Hello everyone, I'm going to be doing all villains that did not make it into the Suicide Squad, and anticipation for the Suicide Squad. So this is basically what says in the title, all villains did not make it in the Suicide Squad, the 2021 movie that James Gunn directed. So how we're going to do this, tell who it is, basically who they are, and yeah, move on. So the first one we have is Livewire. So a character in the action comic 835, Gail Simon and John Byrne brought Livewire into the mainstream DC universe in the same traditions as Harley Quinn, much like the DCAU version of Livewire. Before she gained her abilities, she was also a shock jock, going by the DJ name Leslie. Her show was dedicated to bashing upon Superman every night, claiming that Superman was only saving people in the name of grandstanding and showing off. She also shows a disdain for Fellowship broadcaster Billy Batson, aka, in the comics it's Captain Marvel. Her career as a shock jock was cut short when the owner of the station, Mongol, decided to turn the station into a country station, a reference to popular real-world shock jock Howard Stern, who lost his first DJ job in a similar fashion. Mongol was also quite pleased that she was fired because his wife was saved by Superman. So it's basically a villain that did not like Superman. Yeah, pretty much. Next, oh no, I will show a photo of them. So that's what Livewire looks in the comics. Now next, we have Punch and Joel, and this is what they look like. They're now going to be like a combo. So Punch and Joel are two married villains that are enemies of the hero Captain Atom, and usually seen as joke villains by most heroes. They were later recruited by Amanda Waller to join the Suicide Squad. Punch, however, eventually dies when a few other villains try to throw Waller, but they both wear Jetster costumes and later have a baby together. Next we have Black Spider. This is what Black Spider looks like. Right there. So this is what it says. Eric Needham was a small-time criminal who was addicted to heroin. Desperate for money to buy more drugs, he was robbed at a liquor store and killed the owner, who turned out to be his father. After being arrested, he managed to quit out of the remorse and decided to wage a war on drugs. Donning a costume, he became a self-styled vigilant and killing those suspected of dealing illegal drugs. They brought him into conflict with Batman. Needham believed that the two should be allies and friends, and saw a common purpose in their war against criminals. His murderous methods, however, continually put him at odds with the Dark Knight. It turned out Needham paranoia and missions, as Black Spider was bankrolled by a man who actually secretly involved with narcotics and wanted to take out the competition. Next we have a villain probably some people know, Deathstroke. Got a photo right here. So yeah, Slade Joseph Wilson, also known as Deathstroke or the Terminator, is a supervillain and a major antagonist for DC Comics. He is a master assassin who serves as an enemy of Nightwing and the Teen Titans, while also frequently opposing Batman and the Justice League. He is an occasional member of the Suicide Squad and the Legion of Doom. Next we have Man-Bat. I've got it right here. James Gunn got some weird ones. Kirk Langstrom, also known as Man-Bat, is a supervillain and an anti-hero in the DC Comics. He is a bat/human hybrid created through genetic splicing, who most commonly serves as both an ally and enemy to Batman. Next up we have Plastique, I think. I'm right here. So the character is in her first appearance, Plastique attempted a suicide bombing against the New York Herald Express with a set of bombs attached to her costume, only to have the original firestorm disarmed by her vaporizing her clothes, leaving her naked. While Firestorm takes the bombs to explode in a safer area, later via genetic modifications commissioned by her organization, Plastique gained the power to project explosive force from her body. Later, Plastique and her group she gathered from a particular attempted to destroy the candidate parliament buildings in Ottawa and the Statue of Liberty in New York, as well as personally attempting the assassinations of the American president and candidate prime minister. The bombings of the two landmarks were threatened, and Plastique herself personally captured on the live international television by Captain Atom. Next we have the slime-ass thing, Chemo. Whatever Chemo is. Professor Ramsay Norton hoped to solve the world's ills through his research. He dumped all the chemical compounds from his failed experiments in a giant humanoid-shaped vat he affectionately called Chemo. The more chemicals Norton poured into Chemo, the harder he resolved to work to succeed in his goals. However, the vigilant compounds disposed in Chemo over the years began to mutate when Norton dumped a failed plant growth serum in the mix. There was a violent biochemical reaction. Chemo suddenly gained rudimentary sentience and increased in size. Chemo's acid breath killed Norton, and the monster went on a rampage, and the Metal Men inverted Chemo. He has since become a consistent foe of the Metal Men and Superman, and has been destroyed and rebuilt on several occasions. Next we have KG Beast. Got it right here. Oh, that sounds like a good one. Antolo Canvas, aka the KG Beast, was an extraordinary assassin who was an employee of the KGB. With the Soviet Union secret police and intelligence agency Canvas, they became a rogue agent. He went on an unauthorized mission to kill 10 key people involved with the United States Strategic Defense Initiative, which was nicknamed the Star Wars program. The Soviets decided to warn the American government about Canvas' plan. Regardless, Canvas was able to succeed in his mission. He managed this by killing 7 of design targets. In pursuing his mission, Canvas came to Gotham City and came into contact with the costumed crime fighter, the Batman. Next we have Solomon Grundy. This kind of reminds me of Hulk for some weird reason. So Solomon Grundy. Cyrus Gold lived on the outskirts of Gotham during the middle of 19th century. There he was robbed and mortally injured. Then his body was toasted in a slaughter swamp. Accounts vary of whether Gold had committed crimes himself and had been killed by cohorts or an angry mob. Before he died, he sworn vengeance for over 50 years. His body remained in the swamp. Years later, Gold rose again as a zombie, with a little memory of who he was or how he died. Gold wandered through the swamp. Next we have the Rainbow Creature. Now this one's going to turn up. The Rainbow Creature is a powerful and human behemoth found in South America. Each of its colors represents a different power, which it holds, and when the power is used, its color turns white until it drains the same color from something else, and it's an enemy of Batman and Robin. Oh god, so it's kind of like Polka Dot Man. He's kind of like Polka Dot Man, because polka dots, this is another one I would love to have. Gunhawk. He was very close of joining Suicide Squad, but he didn't. So Gunhawk. Liam Hawkley is a highly paid mercenary who has encountered Batman and Robin countless times. He has 3 different female companions: Gun Bunny, Pastora, and the second Gun Bunny. Pastora was a member of the Ravens before dying at the hands of the Secret Six. It is unknown what happened to the first Gun Bunny. Gunhawk's new companion joined him after the death of Pastora. This is the last one. You have Knockout. So her character, as said, Knockout first appeared shortly after Superboy moved to Hawaii. Using her super strength, she fought and flirted with Superboy. Just for the fun of it, her hidden identity was that of a super strong stripper who worked at a club called the Boom Boom Room. Later, she was recruited to join Amanda Waller's Suicide Squad for an attack against the international crime cartel, Silicon Dragons. She joined Captain Boomerang, Deadshot, Slidearm, and King Shark on the Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad had to overcome betrayal and overwhelming enemies. At the end, Knockout was supposedly killed when the squad left her and King Shark in the exploding base. Yeah, so that was it. I would have liked Gunhawk, maybe a rainbow creature, that would have been good, and Knockout. And how was the other one that I said? KG Beast, that would have been a good one as well. But yeah, they were really close to joining the Suicide Squad, but they didn't. But I really like the Suicide Squad at the moment. Cannot wait to watch the film. I have heard things that have said it is the best best DCEU film, and it is on Rotten Tomatoes the highest grossing film, so I think I got a treat. I don't know, but so I'll just tell you the Suicide Squad thing. So tomorrow I'll be explaining who and what are the characters in the Suicide Squad, and then Wednesday I'll be doing cancelled DCEU movies. Thursday I'll be doing all the Suicide Squad characters ranked by excitement. Then on Friday I'll be predicting on who's going to die and survive in the Suicide Squad, and maybe do like a video of predictions. Maybe in that one I'll do like predictions on what's going to happen in the movie. I don't know. No, I'll probably not do that. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel. It'll be a big help. Thank you for watching. Take care. Peace.